Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video. Jason and Brennan team up to save Sasha. Jason teams up with Brennan to rescue Sasha from Jenz. Sidwel. Today on General Hospital, Alexis gets support from Sunny. Brad offers Lucas comfort, and Portia fears letting Lucas operate on Sam was a mistake. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. General Hospital preview. Fisticuffs, a pregnancy scare, and Lucky's leaving town, again. Alexis sits on her couch and goes through a family photo album. She recalls her last moments with Sam, who shared her engagement news with her. Sunny brings out some tea and wishes he could do more for her. She asks how he went on after Morgan died. Sunny admits it wasn't easy, but he went on living, as she will for Molly, Christina, and her grandkids. Alexis doesn't know how she'll return to her life as usual after this funeral, and she doesn't want to picture a world without Sam. Sunny agrees it is terrible for a parent to outlive their child. Part of her is lost forever, and he won't pretend she'll get it back. Alexis notes that's what Christina said when she lost the baby. Sunny asks how Sam's kids are doing. Alexis thinks Scout is still too young to understand, but Danny is inconsolable. Alexis says she missed half of Sam's life and should never have let her go as a baby. Alexis says she thought Sam would have had loving parents, but she didn't. Meanwhile, she went to school and had a successful career while Sam suffered. She believes she's being punished for abandoning Sam now. Sunny says she had no idea who she was giving Sam up to, so stop judging the woman she was then and give herself credit for who she is now. They both had tough childhoods, as did Sam, and Sunny says Sam made it just as they did. He says Sam had a great life, knew her mother loved her, and she loved her. He tells her not to doubt that. Alexis says when Sam arrived in Port Charles, Sam hated her. Sunny says Sam came around, especially when she became a mother. Alexis says given her relationship with her own mother, she didn't take to motherhood naturally, but Sam did. Sunny says Sam always stood up for the little guy, and when Lulu needed help, she didn't think twice. He believes Sam learned that from Alexis, who was a good role model. Sunny asks if she needs help looking for an obituary photo. She notes he doesn't have to do this, but he's doing it for her and for Sam. He tells Alexis she may not have been there in the beginning, but she was in the finish, and she should be grateful for the time she had with Sam. Alexis leans on him. More. Mark and Kelly Ripper share big plans. Portia comes home to Curtis, who is already in bed. He can tell she's stressed and embraces her as she cries. Portia tells him that everything with Sam's pre-op tests and her post-op results were perfect. Curtis admits he's having a hard time processing this, as he and Sam were close. Portia says Lucas fought for his sister, and she was there when he had to call her time of death. She loves her job, but sometimes it's really hard. Curtis brings them some glasses of wine to calm Portia's nerves. Portia is worried about what might come back on the autopsy, as part of her feels responsible for letting Lucas operate on his sister. Curtis says it was Sam's call to have Lucas operate on her, and she is in no way at fault. Portia is hoping no one is, but she fears the autopsy will indicate she died from a surgeon error. Portia asks Curtis how his day was. He relays that he went to see Alexis, and she's devastated. She's hanging in there, which is more than he can say for Dante. It made him realize never to take her or their marriage for granted again. She says they won't, and they kiss. More. Chicago PD shocker. In Brennan's office, he asks Carly why she's come to him for help. Carly says Jason and Sunny have lost someone close to them recently. She decided to trust him, so don't make her regret it. Brennan appreciates her faith in him, says he'll take it from here, and asks her to go. Carly doesn't understand and wonders if he's working with Sidwel. He insists he's not. so she asks why she has to leave. Brennan says Sidwel saw her when he took Sasha. She's a witness, so she can't get involved any deeper. Carly realizes he's worried about her. He tells Carly that Sidwel is dangerous, so she needs to leave and pretend she never contacted the WSB, or he'll put her in protective custody. She says he wins, and as she storms out, Brennan yells, "That dirty look was totally uncalled for, young lady." Alone, Brennan makes a call and puts a tail on Carly. In the hospital locker room, Brad tells Lucas how sorry he is. Lucas tells Brad that he can't do this now. Brad says he doesn't need to hide his sadness from him. Lucas cries that he can't face the possibility that his sister is dead because of him. Brad says he spoke to people in the OR and heard everything went well, and his extraction was flawless. Lucas regrets doing the surgery because now his sister is dead. Brad tells him it's not his fault, but Lucas says they don't know that. He never should have done the surgery, but Brad says what happened would have happened no matter what. Brad knows he never would have been careless in surgery, especially with his sister. Brad tells him this isn't his fault. Lucas notes he was always so good at pep talks, but this one isn't helping. Lucas can still hear the alarms, feel the shock of the paddles, and his hope for a response, only to have to call his sister's time of death. He did everything he could. Brad takes his hands and tells him that he did everything he could, but Sam was just gone. They embrace. Carly soon arrives and yells, "Back off." Brad explains he was just comforting Lucas. She doesn't care and wants him to stay away from her brother. Lucas tells Carly it's fine. Brad leaves, but first tells Lucas he knows where he is if he wants to talk. Carly tells Lucas that Brad is just using this tragedy to worm his way back into his life, and there are so many people he can turn to. Lucas asks why she's here, and Carly explains she wanted to check on him. He says all eyes will be on him as Sam's surgeon, and he never should have let Sam convince him to do her surgery. He never expected working on Sam to save Lulu would cost Sam her life. Carly says he did what Sam asked him to do as Sam wouldn't want him blaming himself or thinking she died for nothing. More. Kelly Monaco gets candid about General Hospital. In Robert's office, Anna talks to Robert about their next steps, but Robert says Sidwel said no police. Robert says he just wants to get the diamonds and give them to Sidwel to set Sasha free. Anna says there is no guarantee Holly will give the diamonds to Sidwel. Robert doesn't believe Holly will risk their daughter. Anna begs to differ, as Holly knows Robert will pick up the pieces and save Sasha should she abscond with the diamonds. Robert doesn't believe Holly will do that, and says it's time for them to go. Holly arrives at Sunny's restaurant and finds Jason. She explains she needs to see Sunny, but Jason says the timing isn't good. She needs her diamonds back, but he says the deal was they stay here. She says, "Screw the deal. Jenz Sidwel has my daughter." She fills him in, and Jason agrees to get the diamonds. He brings them to her, but also says he's going with her to deal with Sidwel. More. Dominic Zamprogna's words of encouragement for Kelly Monaco. Sasha bangs on the door of the room she's locked in, as Sidwel listens from the other side and comments, "Feisty, just like her mother." Sidwel enters the room, and Sasha tells him that he's making a big mistake. She says her mother won't pay him 1 penny of ransom for her return. Sidwel states he doesn't want money. He wants what Holly took from him. Sasha tells Sidwel that Holly dumped her on her grandmother to run cons, and can guess she conned him by pretending to love him. Sidwel says she did, and then she stole his diamonds. Sasha hopes his diamonds are insured, because Holly's biggest con is pretending to be a mother, so she won't hand them over in exchange for her daughter's return. If he wants his diamonds back, let her go, and she'll get him what he wants. She insists Holly will never give him the diamonds, but her mother taught her well, and she knows all her tricks. He'll have to let her go to get his diamonds back. Sidwel says he knows Holly, too, and all her tricks. He says he also realizes she is just like her mother, so no deal. He is looking forward to seeing Holly again, and telling her how he feels about her betrayal. Sasha says Holly is probably long gone, so Sidwel says she'll have to pay for her mother's crime if that's the case. Anna and Robert go to Brennan's office to devise a plan B should Holly not come through. Holly shows up with Jason, says that won't be necessary, and gives the diamonds to Brennan. She tells him, "Get my daughter back." Anna wonders if Jason knew about the diamonds, but Holly covers for him and claims he didn't. Anna and Robert realize Holly went to Sunny to fence them, and Holly says she never realized how dangerous Sidwel was. Brennan says he has everything they need now, thanks Anna for facilitating this meeting, and trusts she knows the way out. Anna argues this is her jurisdiction, but Brennan says Sidwel doesn't want the police involved, and she has to go through proper procedures, which takes time they don't have. Robert and Holly beg Anna to listen to Brennan. Jason tells Anna he can take care of this, and Brennan says to trust Jason. Holly also trusts Jason, so Anna agrees to leave this to Jason and Brennan. Anna says they know where to reach her, and for Brennan to give her a heads up before he takes extreme measures. Anna leaves, and Robert wants everything Brennan knows about Sidwel. Brennan says he'll give him all he can. Holly's phone rings, and she sees it's Jenz calling. She answers, and Sidwel tells her that he's been getting to know her delightful daughter. Sasha says over Sidwel's speakerphone that she's here and okay. Holly promises they are coming to get her, and she will be okay. Sidwel says, "Only if you follow my orders to the letter." Watch GH on Hulu $7.99. Bye now. Next on General Hospital, Alexis wants Scout and Danny to live with her, and Jason meets with Sidwel to trade the diamonds for Sasha.